Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, I am about to do two of my favorite things. I am going to be crafting and spending time with you guys. Stay tuned. So even though Mother's Day has occurred in some countries, we can still do this craft. I am crafting it for Mother's Day, but this is an anytime craft. This is a craft that you can give to anyone at any time as a pick-me-up, as a thank you, whatever you want for it to be. And I'm going to bring it in and show you guys exactly what it is. And I have made two of them. And it is these fun little mini scrapbooks, or however you decide to use this. But guys, I will share this with you. I have spent so much time trying to find a way that we can make these little books without the use of the cinch. You guys know I love making books with my cinch, and I will still continue to make books with my cinch. But I know that not everyone has that, and I wanted to find an inexpensive alternative that would allow us to have holes and still have that beautiful book look. And I think I have found something that I really like, and it's these little, they're like little notebook sections that would go in a large notebook, you know, the 3-ring binders, but they're miniature. And I love how they work because all you do is separate them the way that you would just a regular old notebook. Then once you've got your holes punched and your items on, you just close them, and then you get this beautiful little finish like this, and the bar sits on the back, and I think that that even adds charm to this book, but it makes it possible to be able to make a book like this. And then another alternative, if you don't have a cinch and you don't have these, if you happen to have some jump rings, you can just take these, punch your holes, and then just put them in individually. That will also give you a pretty flexible spine. So those are a couple of alternatives to the cinch. But I want to open this up so that you guys can see all of this goodness. I am just going to do a very quick flip through, and I used the file folders, but we're going to do this using file folders, but using just regular measurements. So when you open it up, all I've done is created little pockets and tucked in mats and little folders wherever I thought a little bit of cuteness would fit. And you can see just how much fun this little book is. This is perfect as a gift for anyone. You just load it up with however many little inserts you want to put in the book. Then you can go back with all types of cute stickers and everything else. I'm not going to do a whole lot of embellishing on these books, and especially not in the tutorial, because what I really want to show you is how to get this made. Guys, let's do it. Okay, for the size that I'm doing, you are going to need a piece. And again, I'm using the file folder, but all you need is a piece of decorative paper that measures 11 by 5 3/4. Then I have a liner piece that measures 5 1/2 by 10. Then I have a whole bunch of white mats that measure 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. I'm not giving you a number on this because it's all in how you want to do your book. And then I have a bunch of scraps. So on these scraps, again, I'm not giving a number. It is basically find some scraps that will fit in your book, and you just start tucking them in wherever you want them to go. And for the mats, some of these I am going to have mounted, and they may not actually be the perfect mount size, but I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to make this a really fuss-free project because it doesn't have to be perfect. So however many 2 1/2 by 2 3/4 inch mats you want, totally up to you. And however many scrap inserts you want for your book, totally up to you. But I'm just going to give you some ideas in this video of how to actually do this project. Okay guys, so to make this project, we are going to need 4 pieces that measure 11 by 5 3/4. And for those of you who are using file folders, you are going to need to take your file folder and trim off at 4 on one side of the flap, and then just make sure the other side of the flap is trimmed to 7. And that'll give you a natural fold line, so you won't have to make the first score. But for everyone else who's working with regular decorative paper or cardstock, you need 11 by 5 3/4. The first score is at 4 for you guys, and then the second score for everyone is at 8 1/2. Do that on all 4 of your folders. So then we're going to take that folder and we're going to go ahead and make sure that both of our fold lines have a little crispness to them. So let's take our folder, push it to the side for just a minute, and we're going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of our liner piece, which is 5 1/2 by 10. So I'm lazy today, so I am going to use my tape runner. Ordinarily, I would lay down some strips of tape, but this tape runner is going to hold it, and I'm making sure that I make my tape lines fairly close together so I get good coverage. So then I'll turn it and make sure that I get good coverage on my ends. So when I'm laying down my insert, I am going to start at the point that has the 4-inch flap, and I am just going to lay it down. Try to get it as straight as I can. You guys know that sometimes I'm not that great with it, but I'll get it there. And then once I've got it down, I'm going to get this nice and stuck. And then once it's stuck, I am simply going to come back and just reinforce my creases. You may have to come in if your paper wrinkles any and just straighten out those wrinkles. So I have already made 3, and I already have my holes punched in those. And the way that I punched my holes is I simply took my ring, placed it there, and then just made myself some tick marks so that I would know where to punch my holes. So now I can use one that I've already done as my guide for the next one. So now I can take one of the folders that I have already done, pin it to the top of the one that needs holes, and then just go back with my crocodile and get my hole punched. So all I'm going to do is go through the hole that exists and punch. And just like that, I've got all of my holes punched. So now I am ready to bring in my mats and just decide how I want to do this. So I'm just going to take a couple of mats, and then just right off the bat, I'm going to place one here, and I'm just going to lay down some mats on some of my decorative pieces. All right, so I have mats on everything that I want to mat on, and what I am going to do is just open this up and just decide whether or not I want to mount any mats here. And I think I do want one right there. So I'll take this piece. I'm going to mount it here. So I've got a mat there. And I think that what I want to do is I am going to take a little mat and tuck it inside of this one. Then I'm going to take a mat and tuck it inside of that one. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create the little inserts. So the way that I need to do this is I need to take these little pieces here and decide where I want to punch my holes. And y'all stay with me because all of this will make sense in just a minute, because I am going to be punching holes in here, and that way when you open the book you'll see all of my beautiful little inserts. So I am going to take that, and then I'm going to just lay it down just like I did the other one and punch some holes. Okay, so now you can see I've got these sweet little booklets that I can now use in my project. And I have 2 more booklets that I'm going to go ahead and punch. So I'm going to move that out of the way because it's looking kind of junky on my desk. I don't like it. So I am just going to use, again, another one as my guide. I'm going to use a clothespin to clip it. And then I will simply go through the hole. And now I have these sweet little books that I can work with. So guys, let's start putting this together. So I removed one of my folders because I realized that on these I only have 3. So I'm going to stick with 3. You can add 4, or you can add more if you want. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. And then the first thing that I'll do is just take one of my folders and feed it through the rings. Just like that. All right, so then I'm going to take this mat and place it on top of my first folder. And then I'll take this mini folder here and place it on top of that. And really, how you do this, completely, totally up to you. But I like the look of the layered paper on that. Then I'll take my next mat, but this time I want to take a booklet, and I'm going to take that booklet and place it on the inside. So the first thing that I'll do is I will take 1/2 of this and feed it through, and then I'll lay my booklet down on the inside, and then I'll just slide my 3 rings through the holes so I can have that entire booklet on the inside. So now we have a booklet and a booklet. So this time I'm going to take this booklet and place it. Then I'm going to take a mat and place it. And now I can take my last booklet, put it on the top, and now I can just snap these closed. And you can see that I have a really sweet little booklet. It is so easy to make these. And so now you can see that we have this absolutely adorably sweet little mini scrapbook that we can send to mom, to sis, to auntie, to nana, to anyone. Just fill it with a whole bunch of fun pictures. But before we do that, I am actually going to use some of my stickers just to come back and give this some personality. So I'm going to use that Bloom and Grow right there. Then on the front of this mat here, the very front, I am going to put down this Enjoy the Moment. And I won't put one there, I'll just leave that blank. But here, I do think that I want to put down this gorgeous springtime sticker. And I'll just go through this book randomly placing my stickers. So on each one of my folders, I do want to have a pretty sticker. And that one says beautiful. And then I'm going to take the sunshine sticker and place it right over here. And then I'm just going through, guys, and finding stickers that work for me. So Happy Day certainly works for me. And then I've got this one, and I am going to take this little sticker right here that says love and place it at the bottom. Then on this page, I'm going to take another sticker that says enjoy and just place that right there. And you can see that I'm just using stickers, not doing anything overly fancy at all to this sweet little book. So here, I'm going to take the one that says Hello Spring because I think it's pretty. So then after looking at this, I decided that I wanted a couple of more mats in here, and I'll show you where I'm going to place those. So I am just taking some more of my white scrap paper, and I am going to place it on this mat. And remember when I told you guys that I wasn't going to be concerned about whether or not the mat was too big or too small. So now what I'm going to do with this is I am simply going to place some mats on the back side of a couple of these folders. So I've got a mat right there, and I am going to take that mat and just put a little smile sticker right there. And then I'm going to place a mat right here. And I think I am going to take this one and use happiness. Right there. Guys, there are just so many ways that you can fill this and just add as many pages as this will hold and make it into something that the person receiving it is just going to be blown away. And I'm not done yet, because you see how this looks. It's pretty. It's nice. But it's about to get a whole lot better, because y'all remember how we took the milk carton and just totally transformed it with one of these? Well, we're going to take that same one, and I'm going to show you how these little charms and these little paper clip pieces of embellishments completely, absolutely transform our projects. They really do make it so stinking cute. And when you take it off, the reason why I put this little piece on here is because I am going to put this beautiful little thank you sticker on here, and I'm going to put it on just like that. So what this acts as is, for me, a tag, because I would write my note on the back, tuck this right here, and then just attach my sweet little charm. And I have something that is just oh so fabulous. Just so stinking cute, guys. I really don't have words for how much I love this particular project, how much I love making these paper clip embellishments, because they really do transform an otherwise pretty but simple project. And again, when we open this up, you can put as many little inserts or mats or tags, whatever you want to put in yours, you can. So this gives you a wonderful blueprint for making your own and turning it into whatever it is you want it to be. So I am going to bring in the others so that you can see just how sweet these are. They are absolutely adorable. I am in love with these. I think they are fantastic, and you can see on this one I have another charm as well as a little paper clip charm on this one as well. So these little charms and these little embellishments really do help to just give our projects that instant boost, that instant pop. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project, and if you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join my online crafting family. You guys have a great day, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.